Everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the Master Indie YouTube channel. So today, I just thought I'd forego video quality and setting up the DSLR and stuff, and just let you know what's going on with Jet Island, the Twitch channel, and just kind of where my headspace has been, trying to wrap my head around what I want to do with the YouTube channel. So before I get in talking about the YouTube channel and how I want to try to make YouTube more like Twitch, or just I don't know, just stop trying so hard on YouTube. Just put stuff on YouTube and stuff. So I want to talk about that. But more importantly, let me bring you all up to date what's going on with Jet Island. So let me switch over to my desktop view here. So yeah, the main thing that we've been working on in the live stream for, I guess, like the past 2 weeks. So this has been like 4 live streams, maybe more. I'd have to go back and see how long we've been working on this. But the idea was to use Aura 2 plugin to make the lighting in Jet Island look really, really good, like you're seeing on the screen right now. And it seemed like something that would just be like drag and drop. And for the most part, it kind of is. There was just like a lot of figuring out, like I had to switch the water because the old water just would not work with this volumetric fog. And then I had to fix a couple of other shaders. And then there was a shadow plugin that I was using that was like messing up. But anyways, eventually we got it to the point where it looks like this. So it was a lot of live streams of just watching me struggle messing with Aura 2, but we finally got it looking this amazing, as you can see. But the problem is that it just doesn't look this amazing in VR. Normally in these videos, I'd like to put on the VR headset and actually like show you what it really looks like. Like you can see these light beams and stuff, like they look incredible here. So my thought was that once I'd put on the VR headset, it would just look like this because it looks like this on the computer screen. But unfortunately, when you put on the VR headset, it just doesn't have the same wow factor. It just kind of feels like technically it looks the same as the light rays that we're looking at right here, but it feels more like it's like a 2D image plastered over your face. So I don't know, it just maybe like I think it's worth continuing to continue to mess around with Aura 2 and see if we can get it looking as good as it looks here, but in the VR headset and actually look full on 3D. I've messaged the developers, haven't heard a response yet, but hopefully somebody out there has some information about how to make it look better. But also, it could just be the limitations of what this lighting engine can do, which is starting to make me think maybe I need to start looking into my own solution. I don't know if it would necessarily be like, a full-on lighting system, but like I have a couple of ideas of at least something to try as an alternative, which it's kind of a bummer because this lighting looks so good. But I'm hoping that using some tricks, maybe I can make something that looks even better in VR, or at least just looks like really, really 3D in VR, because I really want these light rays, and I want to make it so that like you see the light rays of the buildings behind you. So like you can like look at the light rays coming from the sun. And we finally got that effect on the computer screen. But in VR, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look the same. Like it just kind of is like fuzzy in your eyes. It's hard to explain, but I'm just not happy with the way it looks in VR. So I have a couple of ideas. I'm thinking about maybe playing around with making a shader that maybe does like an edge highlight, kind of like an outline shader, like an outline toon shader, and then somehow stretch that outline so that we can just have light beams around the edges of buildings. So it won't be true volumetric lighting, but hopefully it should just still look really cool in 3D regardless. My other idea is to actually like bake the volumetric lighting into a mesh. So basically like model like hard, like what am I trying to say? like just manually model. Like I'm thinking about using like extrude and boolean inside of Blender, and maybe I can actually create a giant 3D model over the whole world that's the volumetric lighting, and then I just use like a fill volume transparency shader. Maybe I don't know. That's a pretty far out idea. That would be really cool if that worked. Because I think the view distance, you'd be able to see light rays from really far away. Because if I zoom out like this, you can see I can't really see any light rays until I get about here. Yeah, now I can start seeing the light rays. So keep your eye on these light rays here, and then they just disappear from here. So if it was baked, you'd be able to see light rays from infinitely far away. But that's a crazy idea. I don't know if that's even possible, but we're going to explore that on the live stream today. So yeah, that's pretty much where Light Island. That's where Jet Island stands. Just been messing around with light for the past couple of weeks, and it's like so close. I really want it to look amazing. I want it to look as good as it looks on the computer screen, but in VR. So I guess, you know, if you're watching this video wondering if you should use Aura 2 in your project, I'd say if it's a non-VR game on PC or something, absolutely. Like, look how great that looks. It's pretty freaking sweet. If it's in VR, maybe. It technically works, but it just doesn't have the same wow factor. So, yep. That's kind of where things stand. So that's with game development. Like, things just always take so much longer than you expect. I really thought this would just be a drag and drop, like 20 minutes, adjust some settings, and it'd be done. But this has turned into just a rabbit hole of trying to understand lighting. So yeah, that's that. So let me now talk about the other thing that I wanted to talk about. And that's that I have been feeling weird about YouTube. So you can probably see by my past 10 videos or so that I showed my face for the first time in years on camera. Before that, I just would put the VR headset on and you would only hear my voice. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go into YouTuber, not vlogs. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to put my face on the internet so you can like see me as a person developing video games, and I really want to put more effort into creating YouTube videos on a regular basis. But my past like 10 videos or so have just been all over the place. Like, I don't know why I haven't been able to really like focus in on something that works. And I started thinking about it more and more, and I think it comes down to two things. And Twitch has really shown me. I'm just loving Twitch, by the way. It is so much fun. It's so cool going into Twitch because, I don't know, every time I start a live stream, I don't really know what I'm going to do, and that's okay because that's how live streaming works. Like, it's all live, and yeah, and so I think that's the number one thing I like about Twitch is I go into it with no expectations. I need to start doing that with my YouTube videos. Start being just improv it. So that's what I'm trying to do with this video here. Do it all one take, just improv the whole video, just stop acting. That's the thing that, like, even though I'm trying to like not be like over the top, like smash that subscribe button, like I'm trying not to be like an animated fake person, but still you can tell that I'm like trying too hard. So I'm gonna try to like just drop the act and just be a human being. I'm still gonna try to like keep the production quality, like the audio quality, and I'm gonna work on like the video quality and stuff. But whatever, it still looks, even though it's a 720p or whatever, it still looks all right. Anyways, so that's number one thing. I just got to drop the act and just be a human on camera. The second thing, and this is what I discovered that I absolutely love about Twitch, is that people can comment on my Twitch stream in real time, and that just makes all the difference in the world. Like, I know exactly who I'm making this live stream for because I feel like I'm hanging out with this group of people every week on the Twitch live stream, and we have back and forth conversations. We, they ask, the chat asks my opinion on things in VR and game development, and they teach me so many amazing things, and like, you know, I learn new things every time I do a live stream. Like, it almost feels like game development cheating sometimes, 'cause I'll just be working on my game and somebody will be like, oh, you need to do this and it'll make it better, or this will solve your problem, or this is how the 3D math works that you're trying to solve. And it's just like, that's just like really really cool. And like, that direct feedback lets me know who I'm talking to. And I think that's super, super important. So in this video, that's what I want to get to know. I want to know who it is I'm talking to here on YouTube. And, you know, a lot of like, this YouTube channel has just been all over the place in the past like 10 years or so. Like, it started off as a tutorial channel, kind of a vlog game development channel. Then it started being just Swordmaster and Jet Island, and now I'm trying to get back into the whole game development vlog kind of deal. So everything has just been all over the place. I don't know whether I should like dive in and talk about the code and the programming and really get into the technical side of game development. I've even thought about maybe getting back into doing tutorials. That would be really time consuming, but I love doing tutorials, and I have a lot of people messaging me from seeing my older videos and saying that they really appreciated my tutorials and like my teaching style, and I really enjoy teaching those things. So I'd like to jump back into that, but at the same time, I don't know if most of the people watching my channel now are interested in knowing anything about code at all. Maybe they just want Jet Island updates. Maybe they want to just kind of, you know, hang out with me in my basement developing video games and just see what, you know, my world of making games is like. You know, I guess, you know, vlog style, you know. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is people are looking for, and I'm sure a lot of people are looking for different things, and I don't know. And I also want to create the content I want to create, of course, but, you know, I don't know. I would have an easier time knowing what to talk about if I know who I'm talking to, basically, if that makes sense. So those are the two things. I need to just drop the act and really just get to know you as an audience. I think those are the two things. So yeah, I'm going to be on Twitch. Lately, I have been streaming Mondays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also just click on the link in the description, go to Twitch, and there'll be like a countdown timer, and it'll automatically change the time into your time zone. Yeah, I will see you on the live stream and my next YouTube video. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about. Sorry for rambling for apparently 13 minutes. Dang. All right, well, that's it. So until my next video, I will see you later, and keep making games.